right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Is Empower's Inside Scoop. Um, Happy New Year's to everybody, and I hope you've had a great holidays and all set and ready back to work. For those international students who have recently moved to Canada, welcome, and I hope your semester is going well. Just a quick introduction for myself. My name is Arun Narang, and I'm the marketing manager at Is Empower. Welcome to our Inside Scoop, where we speak with industry leaders, specialists, mentors, and so on in order to help international students pave their way through here in Canada. Me, myself, personally, I'm also an international student in Calgary. And today with us, we have a very special guest. We have Vinny Zhu, who is a founder and CEO of a Vision to Reality Foundation, and also the CEO and owner of Next Gen Accounting. So without further ado, allow me to introduce you to Vinny. Hi, Vinny. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for being here to listen to our casual chat.
Yes. So, firstly, Vinny, Happy New Year's and welcome to our first inside scoop. Sorry, inside scoop for the year. Glad to have you here with us. And yeah, I mean, today I hope that we're able to share a lot of news and updates with fellow international students because you yourself has been an international student as well and have moved here to Canada many years ago. And I would love for you to share your story because personally I was very inspired, you
Mhm.
know, how you came and then all the process, all the struggles that you've been through.
Mhm.
And the number one thing I learned is, no matter when you come to Canada, it always, I mean, for everybody, things always starts off by struggle, but then, you pave your ways towards,
Mhm.
building and establishing a good life for yourself, like how you have done. So, if you could give me a quick introduction of yourself, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, because I came to Canada as an international student from China about 30 years ago. So many of you probably hasn't even born at that. But no matter when did you come to Canada as an international student, or US as an international student, because we moved to a different country or different community, different language surroundings, and we're strangers here. So I believe the experience, probably the job experience is going to be different, study experience is going to be different, but fundamentally, how we've been through in the first couple of years is exactly the same. Because no matter which country you come from, if you come from a country you can speak English, actually you already 50% better than other student. I
Yes.
came to Canada 30 years ago. Basically, I speak very little English. Even I passed the TOEFL exam, but still, I don't really know how to speak because there's no environment allowed you to practice your speaking. And also at that time, the TOEFL exam doesn't have a speaking test. It's just
Okay.
reading and writing the grammars and that kind of things. So when I came to Canada, I have $1,000 in my pocket, and my family basically getting all their savings in my pocket in my 20s. Um, and then already when I came to Canada and worked in my own country for a few years. And so when I came here, I'm not a 19 years old student like some of you are, or you guys are here. So when I came, I have a little bit of money, and then just very tiny bit English, and nobody in Canada. So the first day I landed in YVR, which is Vancouver International Airport. Luckily, somebody I knew in China, they know another international student already come to Vancouver to study 2 years before me. So basically, that person contacted the student and said, "Oh, could you pick up Winnie from the airport?" And she said, "I don't know her." And so basically, as I say, you just put a big sign, put her name there, and I go to the airport and pick her up. And I don't know her. She didn't know me. And basically, I landed here, I think it was around 11 a.m. on a Sunday. And then she came to pick me up like 1:30. I was sitting in the arrival hall. Everybody was gone. I was sitting there quite scared. And as a young girl, no, nobody. I was like, all the things are going through my mind. So I said, is she going to pick me up? Anybody? If she doesn't pick me up, what am I supposed to do? Like where I should ask, or who I should ask. I don't even know where I can stay in that night.
Mm.
But luckily, in my luggage, there's a package from her parents, also from the city in China. I'm just thinking, if she's not coming, I'm gonna sell her stuff. So in my heart, I'm thinking she better come, right? Because her parents actually asked me to bring some stuff for her, which is also ensure she's going to pick me up because she hasn't been home for 2 years, and her parents have packed more like a care package, for her, which is dear to her heart. I know she's welcome. So she finally ran into the departure hall and holding up, or not arriving hall, and holding a sign of my name. And then we just, get to know each other. And she said, I'm sorry, I'm late because I'm international student. In the weekend, I work in a Chinese restaurant in the lunchtime. I have to wait until the lunchtime finish before I can, come out to pick you up. I don't even have a car. So I asked one of my coworkers to drive here. So basically, she said, at least I already rented a basement suite for you. And so she found a basement suite in a little bit of poor side of the Vancouver. So drive me there and put my two luggage. And the best things that she gave me two maps. One is the street map, another one is a bus map. She said,
Okay.
here's the two maps for you. And then she gave me about 5 or 6 quarters of Canadian quarter. She said, I'm sure you didn't bring Canadian quarter with you. I give you these quarters. The reason is this is the payphone. You can get on the street and do the payphone to find a job. I said, where I can find a job? And she said, tomorrow, you just follow the map here, here, here. Walk to Chinatown. There's 2 hours walk. You can walk to Chinatown and pick up a newspaper. And then you can try to find, Chinese restaurants, maybe a store, maybe babysitting, cleaning houses, whatever job you can try. I said, okay, thank you. And she said, I have to run back to my restaurant to work for the evening shift. So I
So
cannot.
I would say from there, this is a lot. This is something which is very familiar because a lot of international students, even till today, is facing the same thing. Like
Yeah,
I remember when I first moved here, things were exactly the same. Like if you know somebody who's already in the city or in the country, it really helps you push that a lot. But I know a lot of times where people are coming here new to the country and they do not know anybody,
yeah.
and things are completely different. So for all those who are watching us right now, if you have any, if you have any stories to share, please write them down in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to like respond to you. And we want to hear from you how your stories, how your immigration stories were. And even though for Vinny, you've been here for over 30 years, and you still remember the very start, like that story of yours of like an international student. And I'm surprised that 30 years ago until even today, life of international students has been the same. You come here, you're insecure, and there's a lot for you to take place. Like imagine landing into a country and no one is there to pick you up. What are you going to do next?
Yeah, yeah, especially
Yeah,
as a young girl, and we're
exactly.
many young people here. So I was quite lucky. So this girl actually not only gave me the quarters, and she also gave me a little bit of grocery. She
Mm.
basically gave me a cup of like a cup noodles and give me a dozen of egg, bought some tomatoes, and then she said, "There's a roll of toilet paper." So basically, she gave me a one plastic bag. She said, Winnie, at least you can survive for a few days. And you don't have to worry about, buying food because the basement suite not even finished. It was
Yeah.
just like a concrete. Everything was like a scaffolding. Everything is there. And then just one room, like 2 rooms finished with a carpet, but there's nothing. So she said, I already pick up a mattress from the back alley. Somebody throw them off, and I pick up a mattress for you already, like in the room.
Accommodation from the very
Yeah. So
beginning.
basically, when I walk into the room, I'm supposed to sleep. Only one mattress on the floor, nothing else in that whole room. Another broken lamp. Like
Mm.
she said, you need
Sorry,
another.
Vinny, I don't mean to cut you off, but move a little bit. Let's move ahead because we have some times, and I have a lot of questions to to check with you as well.
Yeah.
So for all those viewers who are watching, she's been here to Canada for over 30 years. She came as an international student, and guess what? Her stories is the same like ours when we came to the country. So it doesn't matter when you come here. Life is the same. You got to build yourself up, and that is why, Vinny, your story really inspires me, and I feel that I would love to share that with everybody. If you could walk us through a little bit about how you came up with V2RF, your organization, and also Next Gen, and because nowadays, all students are thinking of one thing. I want to have my own startup. I want to do my own company. So
Mhm.
yourself, you could choose between working like a full-time job as you were doing earlier as an accountant to
Mhm.
opening your own company, Next Gen Accounting. So if you can walk us through a little bit on that, that would be great.
Yeah, because that one, I just found later on after all the different kind of jobs, cleaning houses, babysitting, McDonald's, and eventually I found an office job as a accounting clerk, uh, just there doing accounts receivable. And from there, but on the side, because I was doing cleaning houses, and my first client, my own clients, come from cleaning the houses. The wife said, "Oh, my husband owns a business. Do you want to come here in the weekend counting the receipts for him?" That's
Hmm.
basically my number one client. Even today, his company is still my client
Oh
after 20
wow.
some years. And his company already becoming multi-million dollar corporations. At the time, the husband actually got laid off from a job and just starting his own, doing his own business at a home garage. So that's I see those clients was developing. I was working a full-time job in a small company as an accounting clerk, but on the side, evening weekend, I was developing my own clients. So
Mm.
basically, this is the one, and then I got the second one. Gradually, after 2.5 years, my own clients actually earning more money than my job. And so basically, I told the boss, I said, "Oh, I have to cut down my work from 5 days to 4 days, and then from 4 days to 3 days." And eventually, I told the boss I have to quit. Um, so the owner just say, "Why you need to quit?" I said, "Because my own business is paying me more than you."
Mm.
So the business owner understand this is small business. So that's how I started Next Gen Accounting in the first place. In the beginning, just myself. I was doing people's financial statement, the bugs and everything. I just do whatever it takes. So
Mm.
whenever client need, it doesn't matter in the evening, 2 a.m. or in the weekend or long weekend, I give up everything to building the business.
I mean, that is what it takes to start a business,
It's the
and
price. Yeah, it's the price to pay. And at the time, many of my girlfriend like already here for a few years. So I have some friends. They ask me to go to bars. They ask me to go to movie, eating. Every time I have to say no because
mm,
I have a client I have to take care. So many of them were saying that you're just like only thinking about money. Like you're not going out with us anymore. I said because I want a freedom. I wanted to build up my financial freedom, and then I can have more time to enjoy life. But many of them they don't understand at the time. But eventually, after 10 years, I call my friend on Wednesday when it's nice outside. I said, "Can we go to beach?" So normally they all say, "I have to work." So I
I'm,
believe it's the price you have to pay. That's one thing I learned from my mentor. My first mentor actually taught me, said in life there's a price you have to pay. Either you
mm,
pay now, play later, or you play now, pay later. Yeah, so that's
that makes true sense. And the one thing I see over here that you're doing is, you started networking from the very beginning. I mean, at that time you wouldn't call it networking, but
mhm.
even if you're doing some job, it's all these opportunities that pops in, on a random site. So
Yeah, so
you're
one
doing
thing
your.
I would suggest anybody internationally, it doesn't matter what lower end job you're taking, never think that job only for you to earn $10, $20 an hour. Always thinking that job is an opportunity.
Mm,
So when I was cleaning that house, I never just doing cleaning the house. I always chat with the wife, chat with the husband because he work from home or has his own small business in the garage. I chat with his employees. He hired two university student as his
Hmm.
employee in the garage. Two, three computers they're working. I'm there vacuuming and cleaning their bathroom. But now, even as of today, from that office, five of his first employees already owning their own company. They're all my clients today.
Oh, wow.
And that's what the opportunity give to you. But so many people going to his house, just cleaning a house, and then bye bye, and then go. But I'm there. I told them. I said, I'm learning accounting. I'm taking courses, right? So the wife said, "Oh, if you're taking courses, why don't you count the receipt for my husband?" That's exactly how this opportunity come along. So I would teach everybody, it doesn't matter what job you do, always thinking that's opportunity, not just they're earning a dollar to support your tuitions. It's the same time you can building that relationship. So this couple is a Caucasian couple, local couple, and then the people working in his office, all local student, right, from universities. And so later I asked them, I said, why you ask me when you starting your own company? They said, we know where you come from. We know you were cleaning houses when I was working in my first job in university. And if today you have the house, you have the car, you have a family, and definitely you're doing better, something correct, right? So we wanted you to be our accountant. That's exactly how it's happened. So it's your journey, your walk the walk, and actually other people see it, they trust you. Um,
I mean,
my
talking about accounting as well.
Mhm.
We all know, like, in the beginning of the first quarter, everyone has to always do the taxes. So, any recommendations for students who are looking to do their taxes?
I believe there is a many universities they do offer those kind of services for international student because the international student if they are resident in Canada you do need to file tax actually good for you because if you file a couple of years tax and also you can get some student medical insurance and also in the future if you're thinking after your school you wanted to get a full-time job and later on get a PR in Canada it's really good to have a early tax history, for
Hmm.
yourself. And you file them on time, always before April 30th, file them on time. If you do need to find somebody to file for you, and maybe better to pay a little bit of money because there's a HR block, right, fairly cheap. And there are also other people doing taxes pretty low cost. If you go to your local communities
Hmm.
and also local there's a nonprofit organization some of them they offer free tax filing for international student or for seniors
Hmm.
those kind of places I would recommend you to go because your tax is fairly simple and
Yeah.
you can ask them to help or another way if you're pretty computer savvy you can make phone calls to Revenue Canada and just ask them how to do and most of the time you can do it yourself and there's a guide from Revenue Canada. If later on anybody want, and I can send all those links to Erin, and you can share with
Yes,
anybody.
please. Because if you're able to share this, what I will do next is I will follow up in the post, and I can have it say,
Yeah,
if
you can share those. I can give you the link, the Revenue Canada phone number, how to make the phone calls, and then you can do it yourself many
Oh, yes,
times.
yes. I think that would be great because I'm not sure about everybody, but for me personally, it really helps as well. So for me, I came to Canada in 2022. So last year was my first year of doing my taxes. So
Mhm.
same thing, I was running around. I reached out, being an international student, and having those hours limit. I was still, I was struggling to find where can I get my
Mhm.
taxes done. And
Mhm.
all the large organizations were like charging money, like even H&R Block, they were
Metro
also
Block charge
charging money.
money too. Yeah.
So luckily I came across a friend who referred me to tax clinic.
Mhm.
So I think that was a very useful tip that came through, and I
Mhm.
got all my taxes done without having to pay anything. And you schedule an appointment, you go meet them, and so yeah, I mean that is taxes is something which is very important. And for you being an accountant and having an accounting firm, I thought who would be a better person to recommend anybody about taxes than you, Vinny.
Yeah, tax clinic, and also there are some universities that maybe they have an accounting department, and
Hmm.
those students, their accounting association students, sometimes they also help to offer that free service. And then I know there's some senior groups, there's a newcomers groups for nonprofit, and you can ask them too. And they normally offer, they have people donate their time to sitting there to help people to fill out their tax form for international student or the newcomers. And I know in Vancouver here definitely have some because I know most of your members in It's in Power is all over the country. So every city actually, if you go to ask those newcomers supporting group, immigrant supporting group, many times they can give you a recommendation for the free or very low cost tax filing. But you really need to make sure file on time. Always file them, even you have not much income, still file them. You have a record there, always really, really good for your future PR apply or anything. Because in Canada, you really don't want to get on the bad side with the tax office. It's not fun.
And then one thing also, I know that people who is watching us, on all the different platforms, they could be, I for those who have their own business and is looking for somebody to do their taxes, I will have Vinny's website over here. So feel free to get in touch with Next Gen Accounting, and you can say to them that you found them through Is Empower or through this live stream, and let's see how many people can be helped, Vinny. Let's help you
Yeah,
find
but
clients.
our firm maybe charge too high for if somebody.
I mean, they for us we are published on LinkedIn, right? We are showcasing this live on LinkedIn, so you never know, who all is watching this live. They could be entrepreneurs, they could be
Oh,
contractors. So
thank
if
you,
you're
thank
a
you.
student, please feel free to
Yeah,
reach
we
out
do
to me
have
as
a
well.
tax department and tax manager, and we normally handle around hundreds, yeah, several, maybe probably 100 or more than 100 taxes for sure each year from our own clients. Because my accounting firm already serve over 200 small business clients at this moment. And so I also have their families, right, their friends, and so quite a lot tax we have to do for sure. But for the foundation, you asked me, and I start the Vision to Reality Foundation about 2 years ago. So we are just full 2 years operation for Vision to Reality Foundation. That foundation is my passion project. You can say it. We offer everything free, all the services, all the programs, all the support, mentorship, every single thing is free. The reason why I started is because myself was a struggle international student in the beginning, and also
Mhm.
during the entrepreneur journey, it take me the first 10 years to actually building up my business. So I only feel in my heart I'm financially independent at the year 10. But I'm
Okay.
hoping you guys can do year 2 or year 5, you can feel financially independent. Financial independence is not mean you're millionaires, zillionaires, billionaires. It's more like you feel comfortable with your financial situation. You earn enough money to pay the bills, to support your family, yourself, and to do the things you wanted to do. You save few months, you can maybe take a short trip or buying
Yep.
something you really, really desire. That's called a financial independent. So I truly wanted to help more newcomers, more international students to achieve this financially independent earlier than me. Take me 10 years. I'm thinking you guys should shrink down, with especially with today's social media tools, and many organizations like Vision to Reality support newcomer, and also It's in Power. The
Yep.
support. I wish I had this organization when I was an international student. There's none at the time. So I truly, truly appreciate what your organization is doing, Aaron, and with
Yep.
Pat, and you guys' vision is also phenomenal. Otherwise, they wouldn't have so many student support, right?
I mean,
um,
I was going through your website as well, and there's a lot, like, I mean, you did share with me the access link. So there's actually a lot that V2RF offers as well. So if anybody is looking for building your own path, or you have any, like, you need any mentor groups and stuff, like, I've gone through V2RF, and you can just sign up on, and you can join those groups. And it's always good to join a community. Being here as an international student, and to build your I would say in order for you to build your life, you need to step outside of your comfort zone, and also you need to have that ability to talk to different people and talk to strangers. You never know who you're going to walk across, and that person could change your life. Like, for example, for you, Vinny, you were
Yeah.
cleaning houses, and then that one, because of your communication, you were able to make that switch. I mean, you to find a part-time work, and then in order for you to build your client portfolio. So you, I would say, like, being here as an international student, personally, I say this to all the students I speak to as well, that
Mm.
networking is the key, because
Yeah.
a lot of us back home, we don't tend to talk to many people. But if
Mm.
you move across the globe just to be here, you need to you need to dig yourself in and, like, find what you want, and try to get there.
Yeah, so I'm doing a public speaking for the five mindset as a
Hmm.
newcomer can be successful in Canada. I did that speaking for several organizations. The first one is you need to know why, like why you're here, why you come to Canada, why you come to becoming an international student. You need to have bigger enough desire. When you have your why, you will find your way. That's truly it's you need to first find your why, very clear of your why, and then you design strategically designing your path to be in Canada. I'm hoping all of you can be part of a Canadian in the future and contribute to this community as well as benefit from it. But
Exactly.
Innovation to Reality is right now we have over 800 members. It's a private online community. It's 100% online foundation. So everywhere in any corner of the world you can join. But majority of the people on our community is from BC or Greater Vancouver area, and probably 20% from across country. So welcome you guys. We also sign up for partners in Toronto right now. That they have different organizations can help. Mainly the membership, there's free. Everything is free. Membership is free. And our workshop is free. Our
I
mentorship
mean,
is
it's not just free, but it's very useful as well. Like,
yeah,
I've been
and
part of
because
some of
that's
the
what I
workshops
wanted
that
to
you
offer.
conducted.
Yeah, I truly wanted to offer. Even we don't have fundings, we're running by many business professionals. They're donating their time, just like myself. And we donate our time and knowledge to teach, to train, to do the storytelling, to share. So we have workshop to teach you how to start your business. We also have business owners to share how they start their business, the challenges. So it's quite interesting. You can check our YouTubes. There's many postings there, and also our foundation. You can join in. I believe Erin has the invite link. So
Yeah,
anybody
I
want
just
to
dropped
come
the
in?
invite link in the comment section. So if
Yeah,
anyone is looking to
it's
register,
a
please feel free.
private community, but it is free. You
Yes.
need an invitation to come in, or if you are coming from the public, and there's a application process. So it's not a anybody we just let anybody in. You have to show your initiation. You wanted to learn. We teach people how to be self-employed, not just owning a business. If you already have skill, you're already an engineer, you already have some skill in your own country, you can just be a consultant here. I mean, right away. And starting business you can do tomorrow. So you don't need a business number. You don't need to have business name to start your business. I never had nothing to start to asking people to say, oh, I can help you to do your bookkeeping and accounting and just pay me. And that's exactly how I start in the
Yeah,
beginning.
Vinny, actually, about that, since the topic is from to road to entrepreneurship. So, in order for somebody to start, what would you recommend? Because being here in a new country, rules and laws are different. So a lot of times, um, people don't tend to do any cash jobs. So what would you recommend? Let's say somebody is looking to find like a passive income, like how you were doing, like how you found your first accounting client. What
Mhm.
would you recommend they do?
If you are professionals, LinkedIn definitely is the best place. Because in LinkedIn, you can try to connecting with many people and just tell them, this is what I can do. This is my rate. If you know anybody, you can ask them to contact me. But you do need to issue an invoice to those people. Those people can do e-transfer to you, and then you file your tax. So as long as you do this, even you don't have a business name, you just Aaron's name. Just say you're doing marketing. You're helping somebody developing a e-brochure, something like that. You charge them, $500 or $1,000. You can definitely do that. Just enter your personal name. You don't need a marketing company, nothing.
But don't forget to file your taxes.
Yeah, you need to file your tax when you earn that money. And so I feel on the linking is a great networking. But when you do it, the best way to find the like-minded people. So you can watch other people's posts, see who is giving comments, then contact those people the comment you love. Because you're your own brand. If you wanted to do your branding, it's your value, your core, your belief is the one you're attracting other people. So I truly believe you can do that. And if you wanted to selling something, you can start an e-commerce, right? Online, you can through the Amazons, the eBays, and there's many places you can set up a store fairly. Even on Facebook, you can set up a store there to sell something. It's pretty easy as long as you keep track of your income very clearly. That's also quite important.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vinny. Now that we are almost halfway through and almost done, is there anything else you would like to address and share with students that is number one who just landed here and looking to start off their lives,
Mhm.
finding the part-time jobs and so on. And
Mhm.
is there anything you would have to recommend for all those people who is in accounting and is looking to build a career from there?
Yeah, when you in the school, the best is to find an internship somewhere else in an accounting firm or accounting business to help them to do. If you cannot find an accounting field, at least to find an office job to learn how to do business email, how to communicate with the business people, how to use the business jargons to communicate with them. Those soft skills always help you, even you cannot land an accounting job right away. I truly believe those jobs always help you. But if you're brand new in this country, and just be prepared in your mentally, in the first 2 years, you are going to be lonely. You are going to feel depressed many times because you don't have your families here, to friends to help you. That's very normal in the first, but that's just a short period of time. That's just a feeling. They are going to pass. After 2 years, when you get to know somebody like Aaron, you already get to know some friends, have some work to do, and you are going to feel much better eventually. We all been there. We all been that first couple years, and I cried almost every week after I finished long day work. Only can call my mom once a month at the time. I don't have money to do the international call, not like now. You have online, so and I put alarm 10 minutes to call my mom once a month because each minute they're charging me $4.50 by
Oh,
the telephone
wow.
company at the time. I earn $2.50 an hour. So can you imagine why I only can call my mom 10 minutes each month? Every time I put down the phone, I cry because it was so lonely. And I wanted to tell her the good news, but actually working 10, 12 hours a day and then go to school. It's really, really depressing at the time. But every time I have to tell my mom and dad the good news, tell them everything is fine, everything's good, right? So all of us been there. I know how you feel, but that's just a short period of time. Will pass.
Thank you so much, Vinny. And lastly, is for those in accounting, what guidelines would you have for them in order for somebody to build their way? And if someone is looking to start their own business, what recommendations would you have for them?
It's you're willing to apply yourself, willing to learn, no matter how much you already know. Our firm hired one international student because he did a 3 months intern with us. And during that 3 months, he constantly asking us what he can help more, what he can do more. He's 20 years old from Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
He just taking second year's accounting course, our accounting degrees, and he constantly asking us. And any work we give to him, he helped to produce a great result. And learning on his own time in the evening, weekend, and to learn all the new technologies, skills, softwares. And then after his 3 months intern, we hired him as a part time. So he's going to graduate this May and already got an offer, full-time job offer from a CPA firm because his goal is to get a CPA. And we're so excited for him and happy for him. Even he probably will be gone, by September. We're still happy for him because we know him as an individual. He worked hard, he applied himself, and always asking what more he can help. He never treat this just as a job. He treated it as his career. So that's what my recommendation for any accounting student, any financial student. If you guys get any chance, just take it as a learning experience.
Okay. And then before we end off, Vinny, I have something that I like to do with every guest. So I have this rapid fire question round that I like to do. So it's just a couple of questions. You can like short answers, and just to see what's your thoughts and what's your intake on these things. So let's start with the first one. Would be one word to describe your entrepreneurial journey.
It's big dream, consistent, persistent.
Okay.
You have vision, dream, and then persistent and consistent doing it, you will get there.
Okay. And then do you read books?
I read 2 to 3 books every single week.
Okay, then
Can you imagine how many books I read all the time? Yeah.
So then in that case, what is your favorite book on business or leadership?
There's one from my mentor, Peter Legg. He's one of the richest guy in BC here. Also super successful business owner. His book name is called Runway of Life. And
Okay,
I
let me
would
just add that
recommend
down.
all of you. It's a very old book, probably already 20 years old, called Runway of Life. I love it. But he's a new book. He has another new book coming out. It's called Under the Influence. That one also a really good book. He wrote more than 20 books.
Oh, wow.
I read them all for last 28 years.
Okay.
So
And
I
then
totally recommend. Yeah, if you can find this book and read it.
I will also read it, and I will be sure to let you know about my thoughts on this.
Thank
And then
you.
the next thing is, what is the most rewarding part of running V2RF?
This is the time I see the young leaders grow. My co-founders, one of my co-founders now is my co-CEO. He's 23 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I really, it's just so exciting to see my 3 co-founders. One is 23, one is in the mid 30, another mid 40, and they're all much younger than me. But the way they grow, the lead, and just make me so happy. And it seems like they're my children's, and see them grow. That's, I believe, when you reach certain stage and you just feel other people's success, it's more important than your own. So that's why we started Vision to Reality. We wanted to see more of you guys becoming financially independent and then becoming financially free, as what I have today. Financially free, that's mean you don't have to work. You're still able to live a comfortable life or enjoy your life.
And then what is the one habit that boosts your productivity?
One priority. Keep doing it a little bit every single day. Not taking on too much. Choose one priority and every day do a little bit, and becoming a routine. Don't let other things to deter you, and they will grow.
Okay, I think that is very deep. And then what is the most essential skills one needs to become an entrepreneur?
Accountability, that's number one. Always. You be the person of your word. You say you're going to do it, you do it. You cannot do to say no. That's
Okay.
number one.
I think I think that answers my second question as well, of one piece of advice for new entrepreneur.
Yeah, besides accountability is independent thinker. So you have a core belief in yourself. You're not easily to be waved by any social media, any outside force. That's as an entrepreneur, because they know what they want. They independently thinking, independently, doing the things they need to do. So besides that the accountability is independent thinking, of course, positive attitude always. It's, like that is a given. Positive mental attitude. That's a
Thank you for
given.
that. And
Yeah.
then my last question for you today is, what is a dream collaboration for you or like a mentor?
You mean dream mentor?
Yes.
Yeah,
Who is
my
your dream mentor?
yeah, my dream mentor is the person they talk the talk and walk the walk. So
Okay.
it's the person I truly respect, not just they earn zillion dollars money, not because they're a big CEO of a company. It's their life I want. They
Mhm.
have a life I respect. So they have a family, friends, social life, as well as financially doing well. That's kind of a mentor I choose. I have like several of them, and not only business leaders, only the managers, but they have to have the life I truly want.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vinny, for today. And for those who is interested and likes who loves Vinny's story, Vinny, if you don't mind, I would love to add your link or your contact under in the description below, so that if anyone is interested, they can reach out to you via LinkedIn. And I mean, for me, I feel you're a great mentor as well. So I love whenever I talk to you, I always have this energy. So if anyone is interested, or they can feel free to reach out to Vinny, and you know you can start a conversation and see how things goes.
Yeah, they can sign up as a mentee in our organization. We're still taking mentees. So we're starting our next mentorship run for 8 weeks, starting I think it's February 5th or February 6th, something around there. So if anybody wanted to sign up as a mentee, they can still sign up.
All right. Thank you so much, Vinny, for today and for your time. Have a good evening ahead, and I will wait to get all the links from you regarding the tax submission.
Yeah,
So other than that, thank you all for joining us today, and I hope you have a good evening ahead.
great. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.